Hi, welcome back to Surrendered. Of course, you're here with me, Kimani. This channel is called Surrendered because our lives have to be surrendered to God. It's a family channel. It's talking about parenting, marriages, singlehood, and it's talking about our careers. We are always in a relationship, and every day of our lives, we're likely to come across something that will offend you, that will make you carry your burden. So in Surrendered, I give you tools, I give you tips on how to live light. So if you're new here, most welcome. You're going to enjoy the journey. And for those of you who have been here with me, I just want to appreciate you. God bless you very much. Keep on sharing these videos. We are helping one life at a time. So I'm at it again because I'm a friend of the singles. Today's video on the surrendered single, we're talking about something that many times we don't like to go into. I don't know why, but it's a reality. Today I want to encourage a single girl who has a child. Sometimes you've gone through challenges because somebody somewhere doesn't think you deserve life. Some of us who got married and then God gave us children, we are judgmental because we are saints. And some of us who God was gracious enough to keep us away from maybe even the fruit of children, and we were maybe promiscuous. But now that we are married and children came after, we become the judges. I know you are a victim of one of those many other things. If a married lady didn't judge you because you have a child, maybe a man said no to you because you have a child. Maybe in your family, the sisters who got married and they had children, after they got married, they got more favor from your parents. Maybe you're there and they're telling you, look what you became, look what happened to you. I talk to you because I believe every center of a relationship should be surrendered to God. And it doesn't matter our background. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with. And by the way, a child is a blessing. And because you're there and you feel judged, you feel even your single friends don't fully quite appreciate you. Nobody bothers to know where you're coming from. Nobody bothers to know about your teenage foolishness. Nobody bothers to know if you are tricked. Of course, I'm also not naive. I know you might be there and you're in this category of girls who cheat men. Even if you're that kind, today you're listening to me, I am for you and God is for you. So in the Surrendered Single video today, I want to talk about the issues that you feel hinder you from getting into godly relationships. And you're saying, I have a baby. Is it a crime? I have a baby. I was dating, but when he landed, he went by the wind. I was dating, and before I could breathe in, he was no more there. God has somebody for you, and God has somebody who will settle with you down. So why is it a sensitive topic? Because to start with, when you're seeking a godly relationship, this is a must, you must be more than willing to talk all truth and nothing but the truth, because somebody will demand a little bit more. And this is the basis of our relationships anyway. But is a child a disease? Is having a child a condition? If somebody wants to marry you, where I come from, we say, if I have a child, before you met me and now you have met me and you're claiming you're head over heels in love with me and you're saying you love me so much, where I come from, we say, you love the cow and you love the string that holds the cow. So my point and my tip of wisdom to you, single girl, because I know some people are not yet where you are in maturity, you must make sure that you establish that that person loves you deeply and does not see you from the point of your child. And they must not just love you, but they must love what you love. Do you love your child? You must make sure that within your no one, that you can tell without a doubt that he loves you and he loves your child. What else must you establish? He doesn't judge you. And everything you do, it doesn't have to be because, you have a child, so you know many other men. Of course, you must be mature enough to know that you will be dealing honestly, openly with issues of, do you have any other person except me. You must make sure that in this newly found love, that you're open enough to discuss what happened. How come you're a single mom? There are 1,000,001 cases under the face of the universe, not just in Kenya, all over. You'll get a man, he looks so composed, he's so spiritual, he's so godly, but it's only because a man does not become pregnant. And some people like you, genuinely, you have a child because a man cheated you, they'll marry you. You wanted the privileges of a wife when you are a young girl. That's also a possibility. Let's just say there are many reasons that you are getting married and somebody found a better one than you and there's nothing you can do. And I said, I will include you. You who have been cheating men, that you have never been married, discuss honestly why you are in this situation, because you're hoping to do life with this man for eternity. And when those issues will come, I will encourage you, be as honest as you can so that you know you are in it for the long haul or you're out of it immediately. So if you're getting married, be ready for honest discussions. Let me call my daughter Abby. She's turning 15. I want to ask her a question about this. Abby actually didn't know I was talking about this topic. She knows that I talk about Surrender Channel. My friend has a child.
Okay.
She's not married, and she has entered into a relationship. Okay. And they're saved. They're both saved. But just somewhere, immediately, when the man realizes she has a child, he's jittery and he's showing fear. He doesn't want to marry that girl. Should a girl who had a child outside married be married by somebody else?
Personally, I think that yes, she should be married, but with all due respect, I feel like if the man had every right to be at least jittery or to be surprised, because I feel like if you have a child, that's okay, but you need to tell like your partner the first thing, like really early, so that you don't like fall for each other, then you go deep. Then kita later, by the time you know, ati anashtuka ati you have a child. He has not planned for a child yet. He doesn't know take care of a child. He doesn't know like the do's and don'ts. So I feel like he's like okay to be surprised. But if I feel like you still deserve love,
yes,
and you still deserve to be married. So having a child isn't like something that like now you can say like I'll never be married. But at the same time, certain individuals have certain preferences. And yeah, that's what I'll say.
Wait. Thank you very much. You have answered actually the way I would have answered. I am biased because I think to separate issues, children are an inheritance from God and a gift from the Lord. Every mature person who wants to marry, they must be aware that children by themselves are a gift from the Lord. Yeah, thank you very much. You have heard it from Abby herself, because it's useless for you to love somebody and you don't have guts enough to trust that they can be trusted again. And I am talking about have deep, honest conversations. Find out what happened. This girl could be the best thing that happened to you, and this time I am for the girls. Could be a blended family, could be the best thing that can happen to you. When people meet and they meet to marry, love and trust will keep them. So, my surrendered single, establish that there is trust, there is respect especially. Do not enter into it like you're being done a favor. Somebody will be telling you, I am doing you a favor. The last time I checked, you have a child. Tell them, I know I have a child, but you're not doing me a favor. We are meeting and we are married because you honor me. And for your information, even as I talk to the single mothers, because they have suffered most, their fathers who are left with babies, their fathers who are left with infants. So if I turn the coin to the other side, could you marry a man with a child? Or would you be the one who is seated and telling them how bad they are, how many favors you have done to them, how they must be aware in whose presence they stand in. So it's a sensitive thing. But if somebody does not love you together with a child, be you the man or be you the girl, both of you, you must love one another with the things that you have brought there at the table. Another thing that you must discuss is loyalty. Because you have a child, you're a girl or he's a man. Because I must be willing to adopt this child. I must be willing to allow myself to father this child or to mother this child. We are stepping into the step parenting. We must ask ourselves, how loyal will I be to the spouse who has also loved me and loved my child? But for you who has come into the relationship with a child, will you be able, honestly, to love your husband or to love your wife more? Or will you be divided between her and your child? Because you're watching me and you may be having a child, one of the challenges you will have is when you get accepted, when you get loved, and you're loving that person right back, then you start loving your child more. And you do not want actually to sacrifice for the relationship that God has given you. So from the beginning, I called Abby because she's young. Some of the babies that we have around, somebody got them when they were in school. Nobody had a vision. Until when they were born, they just wrote somewhere, before I get married, my vision is I'll get a child and then I get married. No. Some of these things happen. Of course, I don't deny it. There are those of you outside who say, I must get a child with the man that I choose. I think that is evil. Whereby you are almost doing like checkups of pedigrees. You are checking out brains. No one is born daft. And if you're there and you're choosing and you're saying, I'll get a child, then I don't need that man. God have mercy on you. I'm talking about you, the surrendered single. You are in the Lord. You have mended your ways and you're hoping to get a second chance. You deserve it and God will give you a second chance. Don't settle for less because you have a child. A child is a blessing. A child is a heritage from the Lord. And they are separated from your young life, which led you to being a parent. And as usual, I just want to encourage you again. God is for you and God is for your relationships. Just keep on surrendering them to God. You will be able to walk light. There is nothing better than a surrendered life to God. May your relationships work out every day. And just to let you know that I appreciate you, continue to comment. Bring a comment here, especially if you're a single parent. If you're a single parent and you feel along the way someone rejected you, or you feel along the way somebody took you in and you have the best of the relationship, you have the best of the marriage, throw in your comment here. We must walk right by the grace of God. For now, it's a bye-bye. I appreciate you.